If you're excited to start watching the new Moon Knight TV show, you need to watch this video. The show itself is going to be premiering on March 30th, and here's everything you need to know before you watch it. We already got a couple of trailers and a featurette discussing the main character, Marc Spector. From the looks of it, there's going to be some major changes to the comic book storyline, so pay attention. In the comic books, the main character is called Marc Spector, a mercenary who ends up getting into the wrong crowd. He ends up going on an archaeological dig mission which goes terribly awry with his friend Frenchie, the pilot, Marlene and her father, the archaeologists, and the person that hired them all, which is Raoul Bushman. They were initially searching for artifacts and new discoveries, but Raoul Bushman was obviously looking for the gold. He ends up betraying the entire team and leaves Marc Spector to die in the sands of Egypt. After walking in the cold dead night of the Egyptian Sahara Desert, he is met with the Egyptian god Khonshu. And from here, the bargain is pretty clear. Khonshu promises to rescue him and save his life if he becomes his avatar. Essentially, he's doing his bidding on Earth. From that moment on, Marc Spector adopts the personality of the one and only Moon Knight. It looks like they're roughly following the same storyline, but there looks to be some changes happening throughout the trailers. Marc Spector in the comics is originally from Chicago, and in the comics, he adopts an English accent. It looks like the majority of the series is going to take place in London, which leads me to believe that they're going to be starting to cover the supernatural aspect of Marvel on a London base. But here's the most important thing that you need to know about Moon Knight. Pay attention. Marc Spector is the physical embodiment of Khonshu, but he also has essentially 4 personalities. So far, I count 3 of the 4 personalities. We got Stephen Grant, Moon Knight, and then Marc Spector referenced at the end. We still don't know if he's gonna be adapted straight from the comics as a mercenary, but we shall wait and see. But the 4th and final one of his core identities is called Jake Lockley, which is the one that I'm most excited for. He essentially adopts the personality of a nightly cab driver in order to keep his ears on the ground and communicate with informants. With all 4 of those personalities, he's got a full breadth of knowledge into high-class crime, low-class crime, and everything in between. Mr. Knight, however, is one of his newest core identities, racking it in at 5 in total. We saw a brief look at him in one of the posters, and my god, does he look amazing. In this case, it's essentially Moon Knight, but he adopts a very fashionable all-white suit. This one is really important as it was introduced as a fan favorite in 2014's 6-issue run of Warren Ellis's Moon Knight. And in terms of the story, this is the personality of Marc Spector that communicates with his psychiatrist. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious, but he needs help because he has 4 or even 5 personalities all jumbling around in his brain. And this is exactly why Marc Spector has been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, also known as DID. When it comes to the character, a lot of people tend to equate him to Marvel's version of Batman. He's got exceptional combat skills, he's a great detective, and he's always looking to save the people from crime. The only pretty major difference is that Moon Knight will not hesitate to send you on a permanent vacation if you're a low-life crime dealer. In terms of the setup for the story, this is actually really important because we've already had quotes from Kevin Feige saying that Marvel is not pulling back in terms of the violence and the brutality of Moon Knight's character. But there you go, that's everything you need to know before you see the premiere of Moon Knight on March 30th. The show is going to be available to stream on Disney+, and I'm going to cover every single episode right here on this channel. So if you want to see all of my reactions, breakdowns, and Easter egg reviews of the episodes, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe with the notification bell on so you can get instant notice as soon as I post that video. But then again, familia, that is all it from me. Make sure to crack a smile, just ride the wave, and I'll see you on the next one. Blow!